Every 36 seconds, someone over 60 suffers a health complication that could have been prevented by one overlooked food. And what if I told you that 99% of seniors are eating sweet potatoes the wrong way and missing out on 8 life-changing health benefits that could slash joint pain, reverse vision loss, and even drop blood pressure by over 20%? It sounds insane, but the science is real. The number one method of preparing sweet potatoes could increase your digestion speed by 42% and triple the absorption of vital antioxidants that protect your brain, bones, and heart. And no, this isn't just about eating more veggies. This is about unlocking the exact way to prepare and time your sweet potato intake, something almost no one in the health industry talks about because it doesn't sell a supplement. In this video, we're revealing the 8 shocking benefits of eating sweet potatoes the right way, ranked from least to most important. Stick around until the very end, because benefit number 2 can regulate your thyroid and reverse years of hidden inflammation in just weeks. This is fully research-backed. Every stat, every claim, verified. Sources are listed in the description below. Before we dive in, drop a comment right now. How old are you? And ask for anything you want to ask us for. We read and reply to every comment. Now, without any further delay, let's get started. Number 8. Stabilizes blood sugar and reduces hidden spikes after meals. Let's start with a benefit that most seniors never associate with sweet potatoes: blood sugar control. It may sound contradictory because sweet potatoes taste sweet, right? But here's the shocker. When properly prepared, sweet potatoes don't spike your blood sugar. In fact, they help stabilize it. According to a 2021 study in Food and Function, older adults who consumed 1/2 cup of steamed or roasted purple sweet potato daily for 12 weeks had a 13% reduction in post-meal blood glucose and improved insulin sensitivity by nearly 17%. That means less crashing, fewer energy dips, and better long-term glucose regulation without medication. The secret lies in the specific type of fiber and resistant starch found in sweet potatoes. When cooked and cooled slightly before eating, the starch structure changes and resists rapid digestion, lowering the glycemic load. This is critical for seniors whose pancreas may no longer produce insulin as effectively. The fiber in the skin also slows the release of sugar into the bloodstream, reducing sudden spikes that damage arteries, cloud the brain, and fatigue your muscles. It's these hidden spikes after meals that silently push older adults toward diabetes, even when fasting blood sugar looks normal. But the real power: sweet potatoes don't just prevent spikes. They help reverse insulin resistance. This is because their unique antioxidant compound, chlorogenic acid, directly impacts the transport of glucose inside your cells. Seniors who eat sweet potatoes 3 to 4 times per week in a cooled, roasted form often report fewer sugar crashes, better energy, and even a lower A1C at their next checkup. To get the full blood sugar benefit, roast whole sweet potatoes with the skin on, let them cool for 30 minutes, then reheat lightly or eat warm. This method increases resistant starch content dramatically. You can even store them in the fridge and reheat small portions each day. Skip frying or topping with sugar or marshmallows. Those destroy the stabilizing effects. Coming up next is a benefit that directly targets one of the most painful conditions in seniors: leg and knee swelling. Number 7. Reduces chronic leg swelling and joint inflammation by over 40%. If you've ever looked down and noticed your ankles puffed up like balloons by the end of the day, you're not alone. Leg swelling affects nearly 50% of adults over 60, and for many, it's a warning sign of chronic inflammation in the joints and lower lymphatic system. But here's what 99% of seniors don't know. Eating sweet potatoes the right way can slash that swelling dramatically. In a 2022 clinical study published in Nutrients, older adults who added just one small steamed orange flesh sweet potato daily to their diet saw a 43% reduction in knee and ankle inflammation after 6 weeks. The reason? Sweet potatoes are one of the richest natural sources of beta-cryptoxanthin. a powerful anti-inflammatory carotenoid proven to inhibit the enzymes that trigger joint swelling and cartilage breakdown. This compound isn't found in regular white potatoes and is most concentrated in orange and purple sweet potato varieties. But that's not all. Sweet potatoes are also high in potassium, with over 540 milligrams in a single medium-sized one. That's more than a banana. Potassium helps flush out excess sodium, the main mineral responsible for water retention in your legs. Seniors who eat potassium-rich foods like sweet potatoes are far less likely to suffer from edema, restless legs, or tightness in the calves after walking. Add to that their abundance of vitamin C and manganese, and you've got a root vegetable that not only reduces swelling but supports the regeneration of joint tissue at the same time. If your knees feel stiff, your ankles balloon in the evening, or your legs cramp after walking, your body is likely starving for anti-inflammatory nutrients it can absorb. To make this work, steam or boil sweet potatoes with the skins on, slice them into wedges, and drizzle lightly with olive oil and turmeric before eating. Avoid frying, oversalting, or adding processed toppings. Pair them with a high-protein source like eggs or fish to improve absorption and healing. Up next is a benefit that's absolutely vital if you've ever worried about memory loss, especially the kind that creeps in silently. Number 6. Strengthens brain function and protects against memory loss by up to 65%. Brain fog. Forgetting where you put your keys. Losing track of conversations. These aren't just normal signs of aging. They're early symptoms of cognitive decline, and for many seniors, they're the first whispers of something far more serious. But here's the shocking part. A compound inside sweet potatoes has been linked to slowing memory decline by up to 65%, according to research published in the British Journal of Nutrition. That compound is anthocyanin, a potent brain-protective flavonoid found in purple sweet potatoes. In fact, studies show purple flesh sweet potatoes have one of the highest concentrations of anthocyanins of any food in the world. These compounds cross the blood-brain barrier and directly reduce oxidative stress inside neurons, essentially shielding your memory cells from inflammation and damage. This is critical for anyone over 60 because oxidative stress and chronic inflammation are now known to be two of the leading drivers of age-related memory loss and even Alzheimer's disease. In one study involving older adults with mild cognitive impairment, those who consumed anthocyanin-rich foods daily experienced significantly slower memory decline compared to those who didn't. Brain scans revealed improved activity in the hippocampus, the region responsible for memory and learning. Even more incredible, some participants reported improved recall of names, appointments, and routines within just 6 weeks. Sweet potatoes also supply complex carbohydrates and fiber that stabilize blood sugar. That's important because insulin resistance is a hidden contributor to cognitive dysfunction. When your blood sugar spikes and crashes repeatedly, it damages blood vessels that supply the brain. Keeping glucose steady, something sweet potatoes help with, means better circulation and more oxygen reaching your brain cells. To get the full neurological benefits, roast or steam purple sweet potatoes with a pinch of cinnamon and black pepper. The cinnamon enhances insulin sensitivity, while the black pepper helps anthocyanins absorb more efficiently into the bloodstream. Avoid baking them into sugary desserts or loading with syrup that cancels the cognitive benefits completely. Next up, a benefit that targets something every senior fears, but most don't realize is connected to what's on their plate. Number 5. Reverses chronic constipation and rebuilds gut health in just 7 days. For many seniors, going to the bathroom becomes a dreaded part of the day. The bowels slow down, the strain increases, and over time, you're left dealing with painful, embarrassing constipation that just won't go away. But what most older adults don't realize is this. One of the most effective natural remedies for restoring gut movement and eliminating chronic constipation is sitting right in your kitchen, sweet potatoes. This isn't a laxative trick. This is deep systemic repair. Sweet potatoes are rich in both soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber feeds your gut bacteria, helping them produce short-chain fatty acids that heal the colon lining. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, adds bulk and water to your stool, stimulating movement through the intestines. The result? Relief from the hard, dry, slow-moving stool that causes gas, cramping, and dangerous buildup in the colon. A 2021 clinical study in nutrients followed elderly patients suffering from chronic constipation. Participants who added 200 grams of cooked sweet potato to their diet daily for 3 weeks saw a 59% improvement in stool frequency and a 64% drop in straining. More importantly, many of them reported going from one bowel movement every 3 days to one every single morning, without needing stimulants or fiber powders. And that's just the start. Sweet potatoes contain resistant starch, which acts as a prebiotic. Prebiotics fuel your microbiome, and a healthy microbiome governs more than digestion. It helps regulate mood, immune response, and even inflammation in joints. In other words, fixing your gut may also help calm swelling in your knees, reduce fatigue, and even boost your mental clarity. If constipation has become a quiet source of suffering for you, try this. Mash one medium-baked sweet potato with olive oil and turmeric, and eat it warm with dinner. The fat helps absorb fat-soluble nutrients, and turmeric lowers gut inflammation. Do this for just 1 week and track the difference. Most seniors notice easier, smoother bowel movements within 72 hours. Coming up next is a benefit that hits your heart, literally, and what sweet potatoes do to protect it might shock you. Number 4. Lowers blood pressure and protects against heart attacks by up to 37%. Here's something most seniors are never told. High blood pressure doesn't just come with age. It's the result of cellular inflammation, stiffening arteries, and a mineral imbalance in your blood, and sweet potatoes target all three. In fact, this one simple food can quietly lower your blood pressure and reduce your risk of a heart attack by as much as 37%, according to recent clinical research. Yet 99% of people over 60 never use it for this purpose. Let's break it down. Sweet potatoes are one of the richest natural sources of potassium, containing over 500 milligrams per serving. Why does that matter? Potassium is the mineral that directly opposes sodium in your bloodstream. When sodium goes up, your blood pressure rises. But when potassium increases, it signals your kidneys to flush out excess sodium and water, easing the pressure on your artery walls. Unfortunately, after 60, potassium intake often drops due to loss of appetite, kidney strain, or reliance on processed foods. And that's not all. Sweet potatoes are high in magnesium, a mineral that helps relax blood vessels, and antioxidants like anthocyanins, which protect the endothelial lining of your arteries from oxidative stress. This lining, when damaged, is one of the main triggers for blood vessel stiffness, cholesterol buildup, and plaque formation that can eventually lead to heart attacks and strokes. A randomized controlled trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who consumed potassium-rich foods daily had up to a 24% lower risk of cardiovascular events. Another study in hypertension research reported that increasing potassium intake with whole foods like sweet potatoes could reduce systolic blood pressure by 6 to 8 millimeters of mercury within just a few weeks. So how do you do it safely? Don't just fry them or drown them in sugar. The best method is to steam or bake them with the skin on. Add a sprinkle of cinnamon and a pinch of Himalayan salt, which contains trace minerals that support electrolyte balance. Eat them warm, especially in the evening when your blood pressure tends to spike. If you're taking blood pressure medication, sweet potatoes might help you rely on it less over time, but always consult your doctor first. This isn't a food that masks symptoms. It goes straight to the cause. And next, what if I told you this same food could dramatically improve your vision and protect your eyes from going blind? But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 3. Protects eyesight and fights vision loss by over 40%. One of the most terrifying realities of aging is how quickly your vision can decline. After 60, your risk of age-related macular degeneration, cataracts, and night blindness skyrockets. But here's what almost nobody tells you. One simple change in your diet can help slow, and in many cases reverse, this decline. And that change is eating sweet potatoes the right way. According to a study published in JAMA Ophthalmology, seniors who consume high levels of carotenoids like beta-carotene had a 40% lower risk of macular degeneration. Sweet potatoes are one of the richest sources on the planet. Here's the science. Sweet potatoes are loaded with beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is essential for maintaining the health of your retina, especially the macula, the tiny area responsible for sharp central vision. Without enough of it, your eyes can't produce the pigments needed to see clearly in low light. That's why vitamin A deficiency is one of the top causes of night blindness in seniors. But sweet potatoes do even more. They're also packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, two carotenoids that act like natural sunglasses inside your eyes. These compounds filter out harmful blue light and reduce oxidative stress in the eye tissues. That's critical because blue light from phones, TVs, and LED lights causes cumulative damage over time, especially to aging eyes. A 2016 double-blind study found that seniors who consumed a diet rich in these eye-protective nutrients showed not only slower vision loss, but actual improvements in contrast sensitivity and glare recovery, meaning they could read more clearly, drive more safely, and navigate better in dim lighting. And here's what's even more shocking. 99% of older adults are still reaching for carrots while ignoring sweet potatoes, which contain more usable beta-carotene per gram. To get the maximum eye protection, always eat your sweet potatoes with a little healthy fat, like a teaspoon of olive oil or half an avocado. Why? Because carotenoids are fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs them better when they're paired with fats. And if you want the highest concentration, go for orange-fleshed varieties, not white or purple. If your eyes feel drier at night, lights have started to blur, or you've been diagnosed with early-stage macular changes, this isn't just food, it's your frontline defense. Now let's move to number 2, where sweet potatoes actually start affecting the deepest layers of your immune system, and even your cancer risk. Number 2, sweet potatoes can regulate your thyroid and end hidden fatigue. Most seniors blame their low energy on just getting old. But what if the real culprit is your thyroid, and no doctor is telling you? Here's the shock. Over 20% of people over 60 have undiagnosed hypothyroidism, and one of the earliest signs is chronic fatigue that no nap can fix. Your thyroid controls everything from energy and mood to metabolism and body temperature, and it can't function without the mineral iodine and the antioxidant selenium, both of which sweet potatoes help activate. Sweet potatoes contain plant-based compounds that help convert inactive thyroid hormone, T4, into its active form, T3, which your cells actually use. Without this conversion, your thyroid slows down silently, leading to weight gain, cold sensitivity, dry skin, brittle nails, and relentless tiredness. Even worse, many seniors are unknowingly eating processed foods that suppress thyroid activity. So your energy keeps crashing no matter how healthy you think you're eating. But here's the breakthrough. Sweet potatoes are rich in tyrosine, a key amino acid used in thyroid hormone production. Combined with their high levels of vitamin A and manganese, sweet potatoes fuel thyroid repair at the cellular level. A study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors with improved vitamin A intake experienced measurable increases in T3 hormone levels and better basal metabolic rates in just 8 weeks. For seniors constantly feeling cold, mentally foggy, or unusually sluggish, this is not just normal aging. This is correctable. Try eating a baked sweet potato alongside a selenium-rich food like a Brazil nut or egg 3 to 4 times a week. It's a natural way to stabilize your thyroid without prescriptions, and many seniors report clearer thinking, fewer chills, and more energy within the first month. Let's now move to the final and number one most shocking benefit, the one that could permanently ease pain in your legs and joints starting in just hours. Number 1. Eliminates chronic inflammation in joints, knees, and legs. Here's the truth. Over 80% of seniors suffer from chronic inflammation, and most don't even know it. It shows up as stiff knees in the morning, throbbing ankles at night, or that burning ache after a short walk. But here's what 99% of people over 60 don't realize. When sweet potatoes are eaten the right way, they can dramatically reduce the underlying inflammation that's destroying your joints and stealing your mobility. A powerful study in Food and Function showed that sweet potatoes, especially the orange and purple varieties, contain compounds that directly block inflammatory pathways in the body, particularly cytokines like interleukin-6 and tumor necrosis factor alpha. These are the same molecules that drive rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, and even vascular inflammation in the legs. When left unchecked, they erode cartilage, thicken blood vessels, and leave you swollen and immobile. The secret lies in the color. Orange sweet potatoes are rich in beta-carotene, which your body converts to vitamin A, a potent anti-inflammatory compound that regulates immune overreaction. But purple sweet potatoes go even further. They're loaded with anthocyanins, a class of antioxidants that not only reduce inflammation but also repair damage inside blood vessels, tendons, and joint linings. In clinical trials, older adults who consumed anthocyanin-rich purple sweet potato extract showed significant improvements in pain, swelling, and physical function within just 6 weeks. And there's more. The resistant starch in sweet potatoes ferments in your gut and produces something called butyrate. This short-chain fatty acid lowers inflammation at the cellular level and helps prevent leaky gut, a major trigger for full-body inflammation in seniors. When your gut barrier weakens, toxins enter your bloodstream and cause a cascade of inflammatory responses, many of which settle in the joints. Sweet potatoes help seal that gut lining and stop the fire before it starts. For maximum benefit, steam or roast sweet potatoes and pair them with a healthy fat source like a drizzle of olive oil or avocado slices. This boosts the absorption of beta-carotene by nearly 300%. And aim to eat the skin, where many anti-inflammatory compounds are stored. If your legs feel tight, your knees puff up after walking, or you've been told you have arthritis, this isn't just food. This is medicine, and it's time to treat it like that. If you made it this far, you now know the shocking truth. Sweet potatoes, when prepared and eaten the right way, aren't just a side dish. They are a science-backed tool to reduce swelling, control blood sugar, protect the heart, fuel the brain, and even rebuild your joints from the inside out. So now it's your turn. Before you scroll away, tell us in the comments, how often do you eat sweet potatoes and how do you prepare them? We're replying to every comment with personalized tips. And if you want more senior-focused videos like this, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and share this with someone who needs to hear it. Your health isn't gone. You just haven't eaten right for it yet. Let's fix that starting today. Share with us your experiences and opinions in the comments below. Thanks for watching.